through the prayers of our Holy Father, Lord Jesus Christ, our God, have mentioned us and save us. Amen. Today, May 12th of civil calendar, is April 29th of church calendar. We commemorate today St. Basil of Ostrong. Basil was born in Povo, Selo, in Herzegovina, of simple and devout parents. From his youth, he was filled with love for Christ and for his church. And when he grew up, he went to the monastery of Domitian of the Mother of God at Trebinje and became a monk. As such, he quickly became known for his serious and real ascetic life, for he loaded himself with ascetic practices, each harder than the last. He was later chosen and consecrated as bishop of Zahum and Skandria. Much against his way as a bishop, he first lived in the monastery at Vaduz, whence as a good pastor, he confirmed his flock in the Orthodox faith, keeping it from the cruelty of the Turks and the guile of the Latins. But when he was too pressed upon by his enemies, and when Vedus was destroyed by the Turks, Basil moved to Ostrog, where he lived in strict asceticism, protecting his flock by the unceasing and loving prayers. He went peacefully to the Lord in the 16th century, leaving his soul and healing body incorrupt and wonder-working to the present day. The miracles at the grave of St. Basil are without numbers. Both Christians and Muslims hasten to his relics and find healings of the gravest sickness and sufferings. A great national gathering takes place there every year at Pentecost. Author's note: a new church on the ruins of the old travels has been built in our day by Nikolai Rujevac from the village of Polijak near Trebinje, a wonderful foundation in the sight of God and his people. The 9 holy martyrs of Kizikos. These 9 courageous martyrs, burning with love for Christ, refused to offer sacrifice to idols or to deny Christ the Lord, for which they were harshly tortured and finally beheaded. In the time of the Emperor Constantine, a church was built in Kizikos in honor of these martyrs, and their incorrupt relics were laid there. Their names were Theognes, Rufus, Antipera, Theostikos, Artemas, Magnus, Theodotus, Themasius, and Philemon. They all scorned the temporal for the sake of the eternal, and the corruptible for the incorruptible. Therefore, the Lord brought them into his eternal family and crowned them with thrones of unfading glory. They suffered with honor and were glorified in the 3rd century. Our Holy Father, Memon, the wonder worker. From his youth, Memon gave himself to fasting and prayer and purified himself so greatly that he became a dwelling place of the Holy Spirit. He cured incurable illnesses and worked many other miracles. He appeared during storms at the sea and saved boats from destruction. He entered peacefully into rest in the Lord in the 2nd century and went to his heavenly courts. For consideration, nothing can be hidden from the omniscience of God. To him is known at every moment what is being done on earth, both in the eternal and the internal spiritual world. Not a single intention, not a single wish, not a single thought of his can a man hid from God. How can that which cannot be hidden from holy men be hidden from God? Saint Ivan the Terrible came to one day to the church. In the church, blessed Basil, the fool for Christ, was at prayer. The Tsar was indeed physically present in the church, but his mind was on Sparrow Hill, not far from Moscow, on which a palace had been begun. Throughout the service, Ivan was thinking of how to continue and complete his palace on that hill. After the service, the Tsar saw Basil and asked him where he had been. In church, replied Basil, and immediately asked the Tsar, "And where were you, my Tsar?" "I too have been in church," replied the Tsar. But to this, the discerning saint made answer, "You are not speaking the truth, my little Ivan, for I saw you in thought walking on Sparrow Hill and building a palace there." Thank you for listening, and may God bless you. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I one true God. Amen.